What's poppin'? You know how we moving, man. Titans Colosseum in the building. If my two co-hosts, they don't need no introduction. Firestone Morocco and yours truly. Let's get it. Okay, now tighten up. It's a Coliseum. Fake people, you'll never see them. Everybody authentic, dog. You can join to it, just take a DM. Everybody in the city rocking, it don't take much to be loved. I scared the doctor on my last visit with that two-tone in my blood. We don't play around, we just hold it down. They scared to play us on our side of town. Say we going through a rebuild, but are we really going through it, man? Stacking up on our receiving core, I don't see a ball going through their hands. Creeping up on our division rivals, they gon' really think that we the boogeyman. F the Ravens and the Texans, Jaguars and the Coast too. Real talk, if anybody not rocking that two-tone blue, you can catch us on the podcast. We gon' keep it real, we gon' speak fast. Always live on game day, we like Mike Keith when he yell sag. Titans Colosseum, we be chillin' in the front row. It don't take much for you to go and see him. Titans Colosseum, everybody authentic, dog. You can join to it, just take a deal.
You know what time it is. It's the Titans Colosseum Podcast. Tighten the f*** up. Let's go.
Yes, sir. We are so freaking back. Welcome to the Titans Colosseum Podcast. You know who I am, but since I've been gone, let me remind you who I am. I'm Morocco Taylor, and I'm in the building with my guys, man, who've been holding it down, man. Little Firestone, RJ Ellison, fellas, what's popping?
What's popping, man? Good to be back, man. I feel like I ain't been on here in about 2 weeks, man. It's always something, man. We can't, just can't get here on time, can we?
Bro, we had storms. You two was getting y'all's little trips and vacations in. Y'all was having fun. Man, I felt like, damn, I was supposed to have taken a vacation now at this point. I'd have missed out too. So, no, man, it's good to be back. I mean, even though I wish we had better circumstances of football we had to talk about, but definitely feels good to be back, all three of us together again.
Yeah, one big happy family, man. But hey, we ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Let's go ahead, get these bills paid, get these shout outs, and get to this two-tone business. This episode is being brought to you by Music City Autoplex, man. Hey, Christmas time right around the corner, and you never know. Wilson might got a Black Friday deal going on as well, so you ain't gonna know unless you go holler at MusicCityAutoplex.com. If you can't make it down there to the lot, buy with confidence, best prices in 500 miles. And Firestone got something to say too. Hey man, we got some sponsors. We got some sponsors rolling in, man. We getting big time. But we ain't gonna forget about nobody. Talk to us, Firestone.
No, definitely not. Yes, we are excited to announce that we are sponsored with BetUS now. So if you're into sporting betting, then this is for you. BetUS is giving an incredible 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. So you'll have even more to play with your favorite games and teams on betting day. Plus, they're offering a 10% gambler's insurance, which means they got your back. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code that is on the screen to claim your offer and dive into the action with BetUS. And remember, always bet responsibly. Huge thanks to BetUS for supporting us, and huge thanks to all of y'all for making this possible, because without y'all and y'all support, sponsorships like this wouldn't happen. So thank y'all as well. So go check out BetUS.
Man, I've been missing my people, man. Shout out to Rashad in the building, man. Top tier. What's happening with you? Julie, what's good? Daniel, what's happening? Jill, what's happening? Buddha, I've been seeing you put in that work on that bed, man. Make a dude rage quit the shit, man. Boy, what's happening with you, my dog? Sports Tackler. Hey, shout out to Sports Tackler too, man. Always turn us up.
I want to say something here, right? Too. We keep saying Sports-tacular, and somebody called us out on it in the comments. It's Sport-tacular, apparently. It's like there is no S there. We keep going over it, and they've been calling us out on YouTube on the comments. So,
man,
Sport-tacular. Thank you, bro.
I'll try Sport-tacular, but it just sounds weird coming out.
Yeah. The Sports Tackler definitely fits rolls out the tongue a lot better. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. But hey, man, my condolences to Corey too, man. Georgia Bulldogs, they took a big old L this weekend, man. Oh my God. But man, we ain't gonna throw no salt on the wound around here, man. Hey, what's happening with you, Blueface? What's popping, my boy? CJ, what's happening with you? Lone Star Titan, what's happening? Logan, my dog. Hey, we kicked it in LA, man. I'm telling you, man, I got to get back to LA. Outside
you
of
gotta
the
get
Titans
back.
and their foolishness, I got to get back to LA, most definitely.
Hey,
But
that
yeah,
stadium looks beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
massive. That on TV, that thing looks beautiful. I can only imagine what it's like in person.
Man, look, man, it's awesome, man. I hope the Titans' new stadium look half as good as that stadium. I know it's probably not gonna look as good, but if it's half as good as that stadium, man, we gonna have a nice ass stadium. Hey, Josh Medical, what's happening with you, my boy? Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us. Blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. RJ, got anything you want to say before we handle this two-tone business?
Man, let's get to it, man.
Man, let's get to it, man. The Titans lost. I mean, same song and dance. I mean, it's been going on all season long. But we saw some progress. I know Will Levis got some haters, but it's progress, people. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. The man went out there, and you can't put this game on Will Levis all the way, because guess what? Will Levis didn't turn the ball over. I mean, for the most part, he managed the game. He didn't put the Titans in, too many bad situations due to some foolishness. But I'm gonna let Leonard talk about it because he's got his thoughts about Will Levis and the type of game he had on Sunday.
Bro, I think it's definitely an improvement from him, because at least there wasn't no turnovers. There wasn't no real big foolishness. Now, is there a bunch of things that still we need to work on and fix? Absolutely. But this is where we've been asking you to be at since week 1. Now, does this redeem everything you've done already? No, absolutely not. I still have the same feel as I do going into this game. You have games like this periodically. Stack some of these together now and show us that you can protect the ball. At bare minimum, just show us you can protect the ball. Maybe some of the other things could get fixed and worked in later. But if for me, bare minimum, if you can't protect the ball, it's good. You're out of the lineup for me. And his pocket presence has to get better. And I think Blaine Bishop said it best on 104 is that he was like, there's a difference between pocket presence and pocket awareness. And Will don't seem to really have any pocket awareness, because pocket presence is knowing where you need to be, stepping around when you see the guy. Pockets awareness is feeling that guy when you don't see him. And Will Levis doesn't seem to feel that. And I know we kept saying, O-line's bad, this and that, and all these sacks is horrible. We was doing good with sacks with Mason Rudolph in there. Will Levis got back in here, sack counts go back up again. So now not all those sacks are on you, but it's shown and refined our points that we've said. He doesn't make his reads quick enough. He doesn't see the lanes when he actually needs to get out of the pocket. He needs to stop drifting in the pocket. He needs to step up in the pocket at time and climb the ladders. There's so much within his pocket presence that is making the O-line look worse than they are and is making their job harder too. It's already hard trying to block these defensive linemen in the league. It's even harder when your QB doesn't get the ball out quick like he's supposed to, make his reads or step up and help you. I was happy to see the progression, but it still doesn't give me any faith that this guy is what we need to be the future.
RJ, talk to him. How you feel about Will Levis on Sunday?
Yeah, look, yes, it was improvement, but he's still bad. I mean, I don't know why everybody's talking about the improvement of Will Levis. Like, bro, he's not it, bro. that man reads the pocket, so he reads the field so slow that the defense can easily make plays on it. Like, it took this dude a whole 4 quarters to get to 150 yards, bro. Like, come on, bro. He's not a good quarterback. Then on top of that, man, they trying to get on the offensive line. I'm like, nah, bro. He getting NFL pockets, bro. He has no pocket presence. He doesn't have no presence, man, to where it's like it's killing the offensive line, man, because he'll just snap the ball and he'll just stand in the same spot and not feel where the pressure coming from. Like, no, man. I'm sorry, man. He's not good, man. I'm ready to move on, man. I just don't think he's gonna be good, man. I don't think he's gonna be a good quarterback in the league.
No, and everybody keeps saying like the right tackle play is bad and this and that. Yeah, it is. But guess what? The right tackle is not his blind side. So if that thing is getting burnt and burst, he should see that shit coming and get out of dodge. And you should know that coming into the game that, hey, say hike right tackle, I'm looking. Fuck a read. I'm looking right tackle because depending on how he's getting his first step in or how he's getting his hand placement is dictating whether I even get to make a read or not. So fuck making the read first. I'm reading the right tackle and seeing if he's getting beat off a snap. And then I'll go into my first read progressions. Like the low line is not as bad as people keep giving Will Levis excuses for. It's either you're seeing the reads and you're not pulling the trigger when you need to, or it's just you don't know how to make your reads. You're not going through there quick enough. But I tell you what, there is a little tick with Will Levis, bro. He likes to wipe his hands right before snapping shit, and this motherfucker's constantly wiping his hands. There's tick. He'll wipe his hands on the towel, then he wipes hands on thighs, and that's when ball coming. Every single time he'll be doing that shit. And the other damn tick that he has, when he comes out here and he starts doing that little shoulder tweak stuff, you can bet that he's going to be throwing a little bit better than he has been. For some reason, when he throws some little shoulder twitches in, bro, his passes just look a little nicer those days.
Man, I'm glad you said something about that because when he threw that touchdown to Calvin Ridley, I like seen it before it actually happened. He did the little twitch thing or whatever. I said, here we go. And I even made a tweet about it, man. I was like, hey, has Atlanta Will Levis entered the track?
Yeah.
Bro, that's Atlanta and Miami Will Levis. When he did those things, that's that little twitch and that little throw, but it's like it's not constant.
What's going on with your True, man? Y'all make sure y'all go turn Titans and True Chris Neural up as well. And we're gonna go ahead and get to some comments. My guy Milkel said taking unnecessary sacks is just as bad as throwing interceptions. I see where you're coming from, but I can't all the way agree with you because a turnover is a turnover. I mean, it's just like living and being unalived or whatever. I mean, you may make some mistakes throughout life, but you know what I'm saying? As long as it doesn't take you out, I mean, you good. You can bounce back from it. Once you're gone, you're gone. And that's an interception versus an unnecessary sack.
Yeah, I'll take the sacks all day, bro, because that throwing that interception takes the ball over. Like, yes, it does suck, but we've been preaching on here as Titans fans and us here on the podcast. Just take the sack. Just take the sack. So even if it's an unnecessary sack, I don't care. Take the sack. Don't turn the ball over at bare minimum. I want you to protect the ball, and at least a sack lets us live to play another down rather than start defeating and deflating all the energy and all the morale out the players and the fans and everybody.
8 more games, Corey said, and Sanders or Cam will be coming. Oh, man. Let's talk a little bit about college, and then we're going to get back to the two-tone blue business because Cam Ward took an L this past weekend, and oh, my God. I mean, everything that people been critical about when it comes to Cam Ward, you saw that this past Saturday, man. I mean, look how the game ended. The game ended with him holding on to the ball too long and ended up getting strip sacked. And some people, were going, see, that's why I don't want Cam Ward. That's what I'm not going to be like that. It's one game. But at the same time, the concerns that I've been having about Cam Ward, I mean, that doesn't change his things. And I would take a chance on him, if I was the GM coming up in this draft. Now let's talk about Shedeur for a second because Shedeur, I mean, he had that Shedeur type of game. That game where, things may start off a little shaky or whatever, but, once the offense got their legs up under them, Shedeur started finding wide receivers and, they took off from there. So, I mean, Shedeur had, one of them Shedeur type Saturdays. RJ, talk about what you saw out of Shedeur and Cam this past weekend.
Yeah, I look with the Cam Ward thing, man. Look, I know he gonna with his style of play definitely comes with a negative. It comes with a con, man. He either gonna do something great or he gonna have one of those fumbles. He gonna have one of those mistakes that's like, okay, yeah, man. See, that's why I didn't want him. Like he's a very controversial player. You get what I'm saying? So I just look at it like this, man. I mean, the people that's off on the Cam Ward trade, they were never on the Cam Ward train to begin with. They just seen him come out of nowhere with Miami this year, and they was just like, oh, I don't want that guy. I don't know where he came from. Like, they don't understand the man's story. This dude has came from absolutely nothing to where he's at now. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Look, he's going to get better. He's going to keep getting better. I've seen the growth of this kid. So, for me to see where he's at from the beginning to where he at now is why I really like him. Now, as for his style of play, he's gotten a lot better from what he was at Washington State. I mean, this dude was playing at Washington State, going toe to toe with Oregon, USC. Like, they're not as much talented as USC and Oregon. Come on now, like, you know what I'm saying? But as for that game, I mean, yeah, he lost to Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? He lost a football game. I mean, the man's 9-1 for goodness sakes. Yeah, he wasn't even the reason they lost. The man had 343 yards and 3 touchdowns and 1 turnover. Like, if you want to blame him for that game, then by all means blame him. I mean, he is the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, though, like, I mean, the man's defense is absolute dog shit. They had a 17-play, 90-yard drive. They gave up 10 minutes off of the drive. Like, that's the type of defense this man has. You know what I'm saying? As for Shedeur Sanders, Shedeur Sanders, man, I would love him on this roster, man. I think he is NFL ready. I think he's the most NFL ready quarterback in the draft. I do believe that his style of play is definitely gonna translate to the league. I mean, he gets the ball out quick. Him having a bad offensive line last year definitely made him a better quarterback. Because this year he's just throwing. As soon as the ball snap, he's throwing it at a split second. You know what I'm saying? Like I said with Shedeur, man. As for my opinion, I do believe that Cam Ward to me is to be QB1. But yeah, I don't get mad if people think that Shedeur is better than Cam, because at the same time, man, as long as it's them two, I'm cool. I don't think any of the other quarterbacks are better than them two. I just think that Cam Ward to me is just more talented than Shedeur. I think he's faster, he's bigger, stronger, and he has a stronger arm. But as for Shedeur plays the NFL quarterback, plays like an NFL quarterback in college right now. So I feel like that's why people are it's just about more so just coming into the league and playing right away, So
yeah, that's how I feel about Shedeur. I feel like Shedeur is more equipped to run an NFL offense than Cam Ward. Not saying that Cam Ward can't, but day one, I would take Shedeur as my starter over Cam Ward. But Firestone, I'm gonna let you tackle this one right here, because I saw this through around quite a lot on Twitter. And D9, he actually, had some thoughts on it as well. Cam Ward looking like Will Levis. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I've said that several times on this show, that's what concerns me about Cam, is that he just looks like a more talented, and I haven't figured out if it's necessarily more talented or if he's more lucky than Will Levis at moments, because there's a lot of plays that he does. Yeah, the outcome is good, so it looks good, but is it really good, or is it because you're playing against college defenses that doesn't have well-rounded defenses, so you can get away with shit like that in the college sometimes? So it makes it hard to scout, because he has those Will Levis, Jameis Winston-ish type plays and type moments in college, and it's like this. I've been down this train before. This is starting to feel similar. And yeah, he's more talented. He's a little more athletic. But we've seen talented athletic QBs in the college do great and did not do shit in the NFL. I mean, Tim Tebow was trucking and running all over college's defenses, but couldn't really maintain an NFL career. So I'm not. That's the thing that makes it hard for me with Cam, because yes, all those other things do look good. He's talented. He can run. He can throw the ball deep. But I just don't know if he's actually that talented and that skilled, or if he's getting lucky with how college defenses are. And for me, I lean more to the Shedeur side. And it's not because I think Shedeur is the better player. I think Shedeur is actually what we need in the locker room as Titans players as well. We need somebody that's going to say things and hold people accountable and be like, hey, no, this ain't it, bro. This is no. I know what winning looks like. I know what taking a playoff looks like. This shit ain't gonna happen. We need somebody to hold accountability. If Amy and Rand and Brian is trying to set the atmosphere of everybody's happy to come into work and we're all friends and buddy, well, then you got to have an asshole somewhere that sticks out in the crowd that actually says, hey, guys, hey, I know he says it's okay, but guess what? It's not fucking okay. Do your fucking job. Get shit ready. Get this shit better. And that Shedeur is that for me. If shit ain't going right, he knows what shit's going to be to look right. And he's not going to sit there and be quiet. He's going to demand better from this team, not only just from players, but from the front office and coaching as well. He won't be too scared to call that shit out if needs be. Like, hey, this coaching is ass. So if we're going to change the culture, change the narrative, and be a different Titans team, I think Shedeur Sanders is exactly where we need to go, not just for the play, but the mentality that he brings here as well.
Yeah, we got some super chats to get to, man. That turned us up in the super chat. Shout out to CJ, man. My guy CJ. Before we start getting our blood boiling again, talking about the Titans, tell us about the best part of my LA trip. Man, the best part of my LA trip was just being on the West Coast for the first time and seeing LeBron James play live for the first time. That was actually my first NBA game live ever. And just like I was telling RJ and Firestorm before the show started, man, those NBA dudes are huge. I was in the 100 levels. And as soon as I walked to my section, I was like, why these NBA players big as hell? I was stunned. But yeah, just as far as, the Lakers game or whatever, it was good. The Lakers did their thing, man. AD was out there killing. Austin Reeves was out there killing. LeBron just being LeBron. Had a triple-double, a quiet triple-double at that. But outside of that right there, my LA trip was great. The Titans is the Titans. We're going to talk about that some more. Sport tackler. Let me get it right before the YouTube people come at me. Sport tackler. Shedeur would be great. He's the more complete player. I agree. That's why I was saying, if, a day one starter, game one start, Shedeur for me. I think Cam could possibly do it, but if the Titans were to draft Cam Ward, I will hope there's a bridge guy on the bench to where he wouldn't have to come in and be a day one starter.
And
go ahead.
And see, that's for me is another reason why I'm out on Cam, is that we've had too many on these risk type quarterbacks, and we keep saying, I need a sure thing. Shedeur to me is the sure thing. Cam could be, but he also couldn't be, and Shedeur, will be. For sure.
For sure. Buddha. Hey, shout out to you, bro, for the $4.99, man. Hey, Buddha says if Levis played all season like he did Sunday, we would have a winning record. He needs to check down and trust the skilled players on half the sacks. Agree. Will Levis, for whatever reason, man, I don't think he sees the field properly. And the times he does check down, it's like he's doing it too fast. It's like he's checking down without going through all of his reads. I don't know if that comes from being, sacked a bunch. I don't know. But for some reason, Will Levis, when he throws those check downs, shoot, you just feel like it's still some meat left on the bone.
I don't know if he is actually going through the progressions, how they're supposed to go through progressions. I don't know if the coaches is teaching them a different way of going through progressions. That's where my biggest issue is in trying to evaluate who shares the blame here on why guys are open and why guys aren't seeing stuff. Like, is it the coaching on how you tell them you're going through the progressions and the covers and the progressions you're telling them is wrong? Or is he just out there staring down a guy constantly like we see and just not having faith and not actually going through progressions? Because there's too many times Will is just looking where he's throwing and he is just staying there looking. And it's like, bro, I'm not the greatest of readers, and I know where you're throwing the damn ball, and that's an issue. If I can tell where you're throwing the ball, I know those guys on the field that know way more about football than me definitely know where you're throwing the ball.
He's not it. I don't think he's gonna be anything, man. I've lost all faith in it, man. Like, after watching that game, I'm just watching. I'm like, bro, he's so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just watch a quarterback play, man, and you sit there like, he's so bad. And that's why I'm not getting the Cam and Levis compare. I'm not getting it, bro. Like, when I watch Cam Ward play, bro, it's excitement. He's throwing dimes. It's pretty much watch football every week. When I watch Levis, and this is even in college, I say, yeah, that dude sucks. That dude sucks, bro. Like,
what we mean by that is that the fact that if you take that Atlanta game, that Miami game, that looks like Cam Ward. Those look like Cam Ward games.
Nah,
And
they
then
don't look like
you
no
see
Cam Ward,
plays.
man.
Yeah, because those was good. He's throwing the ball down deep. He's like all
Mm.
those things. Those look like good little games of what you expect out of Cam Ward. But then you will literally see plays that are mimic of Levis. But the problem is Levis is doing it in the NFL and the plays go bad. And he's doing it in college and sometimes they work out for him. That same week, Levis had a little flick 6 touchdown to the Bears. Went on turn on tape, and I'll be damned if Cam Ward didn't do the same damn thing to his running back, but it just happened to get to his running back that time. So that's where I'm like, I don't know if he's more talented or if he's just more lucky because you're not playing well-rounded defenses like you would be in the NFL, because some things fly in college that absolutely will not fly in the NFL. And that's where I'm having the hardest problem with grading Cam, because I'll give you the better comparison. Jameis Winston. There was all the hype with him in college, but he can't protect the ball. He doesn't go through his reads, and he puts the ball in danger too many times. Great energy. Dude, love to have the dude in the locker room and on the sidelines, but he's not your QB1.
Mm. I'm sorry, man. We just gonna have to disagree to disagree though.
I know. I agree.
I don't get them vibes, bro. When I watched him on Sunday, I could see he reading the defense slow. This, that, and the other. He don't put no fear in the defense, man. Cam Ward, they scared on every play, bro. Because any play, he can tear you up. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get that from Levis. He's not, nah, bro.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that going to translate to the NFL? Because some of these college defenses are scared because they know they have a weakness, and you can exploit that weakness very easy in college. That's why you see so many high-scoring games in college. NFL's not going to be that way. NFL's going to throw some things at him that he ain't never seen before. So I'm with you. He could be that because I can see that. But I just don't like that the fact that there is a higher risk there than I would like right now where the Titans have been in this organization. I'm ready to find the guy of the future so we can start building around it. And Cam could be that, but there's a good slightly chance, but he also could not be that and could need a lot of time to develop.
Cool with, like I said, I'm cool with either quarterback. Like if we get Shador, guess what? I'm be perfect timing, playing perfect time in that stadium with my watch on, man. We get Shador, man. I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? The game going in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. He said, I don't know if he a Pat Mahomes clone, but he definitely got they got similar games.
I wouldn't say that.
They got similar games, man, and I think it's the thing is with Cam, you're gonna have to put him in the right system, man.
That's what it is.
Right, and he can't be. He got to be in an RPO type system, you know.
And I'll add this real quick, man. It's just like what I've been saying the whole time. I think this offense is not made for a quarterback of, Cam Ward's skill set. I think this offense is a more timing-based offense. You need a more cerebral passer to operate this offense how it's supposed to be operated. Look at Joe Burrow and how he's running the offense in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow makes plays, most definitely. But something that people don't really acknowledge with Joe Burrow is just how methodical he is with moving the football down the field. And I believe that's what this offense needs. It needs a methodical, traditional passer as opposed to, that scrambler or, that playmaker type of quarterback.
And too, I know like there's so many other players that come from like Hall of Fame coaches and they don't really be as epic as their dads are that come in. We see a lot of them doing that. But in this situation, I really feel like Deion has done everything in his ability to make sure that his boys are going to be NFL ready, not just NFL ready, dominant NFL ready. He's surrounded them not only with his good coaching, other players to come around and coach them up in their skill position. Hall of Famer Shador's been coached up by Tom Brady. That's why I'm kind of scared. And I watch the Raiders the most because they might tank the hardest because Tom Brady's now part owner over there and they might tank and go get Shador. So I would just like that. Like he's literally been trained for this day for a while where a lot of guys like hoping this is as a dream. Like this has been bled in his bloodline since he was born that, hey, I'm going to be in the NFL. And that's just a different type of breed, especially coming from a Deion Sanders kid.
Do y'all believe that the NFL is going to let us get Shador Sanders? Because I mean, because man, this league is real weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you remember, man, with the Victor Wembanyama was coming out, man. It was like, we don't want him to go to no little team, man. No team, we got to put him box office. But which was crazy because he still went to the Spurs. But at the same time, you know, like it's just they, you know how the league feels about the Titans, bro. Like they want Shedeur in Dallas or in New York. You know what I'm saying? Vegas. You know.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think the NFL truly wants to do business with Nashville, and the new stadium will help. I think the problem with the NFL and why they can't get invested in the Titans and make it so brand marketing and everything is because, like I said, we don't have a face of the franchise. You don't have nobody that you can believe in and is established. Plus, the play's too inconsistent to talk about these guys on a regular basis because the fan base checks out as soon as you do bad. So it's not a team you can really talk about too much. But you get a guy like Shedeur. Oh, the NFL gonna talk. Oh, the NFL gonna come here. The tickets gonna get sold. Like it'll be where you want them to be because Nashville is a popping city. Like the NFL is waiting for the Titans to do something right so they can start doing more stuff. Look how popping the draft was. They're waiting for the Titans to finally be a competent team so they can come here and do stuff. Everybody loves Nashville. Everybody comes here. So
I do believe that Rand, if we do get to say we get number one pick, I don't think the top. First, I'm gonna say that I don't think the Tennessee Titans will win another football game. I don't. I'm looking. Everybody keeps saying that we're gonna.
And I hope they pop the Texans one good time. That's
I
all
love
I want.
the Texans.
Pop one good time, and hey, I'll be all in on the tank train.
I either think we're gonna win one. If we can win the football game, we're gonna win one or two. And maybe we may pop the Colts, we may pop the Jags, or we may pop the Texans. It's gonna be somebody in the division. And I just look at it like this: if we get the number one pick, Rand's going to conversate with D. He's going to have a conversation with Deion Sanders. He's going to try to do everything he can to sway him to come to Nashville. So I do feel a little confident in him. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur. Okay, we get number one pick. Everybody's gonna want us to get, we're gonna probably get Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur is he's the Caleb Williams of the draft. Not saying he's gonna play like Caleb, but I'm saying he's the Caleb Williams of the draft. He's the darling of the draft. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that it's gonna come down to when Rand can he come up with a legitimate plan to get him to come to Nashville to help him believe. So
because I'm telling you, let's go get Shedeur, okay? And I'm with you. Let's trade back up and go get Travis as well. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead. Go get him as a package deal. Go ahead. Trade Landry, trade who you got to at the end of the year to get, maybe that third pick, that fourth pick. Most likely a third pick. That's gonna be hard, but bro, that'd be an ideal situation there, like they did with Chicago. But bro, Travis is out there, and that should be dope.
Man, I would love if we because shout out to my boy Trey, man. We did get him back on the show, by the way, man. We ain't talked Trey in a good minute.
Yeah, man. Trey been coaching his ass off, man. Coach Trey, goddamn, been
boy, he be out there,
Antioch, man.
Antioch out here. Yeah, but if shout out to Trey on this, but man, if we got Shedeur Sanders and then turn around and trade it up and got Travis Hunter. Man, oh man,
that would be lit.
Oh goodness, man! All this losing that we're doing with payoff.
We'll get a Sunday night football game on GP off of that one.
Hey, I promise you, we go sit there and we go get Shedeur and we get Travis and Callahan and them start doing bad. Oh, bro, the slightest that we have a losing record. Fire Cali, bring in Deion, Coach Deion, bring in Coach. Bro, that's the only thing that's going to be bad about having Shedeur is that as soon as team goes bad, and then if the coaching situation does get fired, it's going to be speculation. But now, do you bring in Deion? Do you try to bring Deion to the NFL? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm just saying, future thoughts. If you get Shedeur, you might possibly get to Coach Deion later if things don't work out. So it's a twofer. It's a twofer in that situation.
Man, let me ask y'all this right here, man, because y'all really got me thinking right now. So if we do get Shedeur Sanders and the NFL starts showing us all this love, do you think the NFL and the refs will actually start showing us love when it comes to these calls, man? Because the Titans got screwed once again this weekend. Like, I know the Tigers enjoyed it, but just being, a fan of football and a Titans fan, I hate what these refs are doing. And it's not just with the Titans, it's across the league. I mean, they've been blowing calls left and right. You know, Big Jeff, he hadn't been consistent, but he showed why he got paid on that play. But the refs, hey, incomplete pass. I mean, come on, man. I mean, if we get Shador, do you think the refs will stop with this foolishness, Firestone?
Maybe so. I don't know, because it's hard to tell with these refs when they're going to play, because sometimes it's the foolishness, sometimes they're just not good at their job. I don't think the refereeing will get better until they actually, as the NFL, start hiring full-time refs. When instead we don't have judges, lawyers, tax and accountants and stuff being refs on part-time NFL refs. Until they start bringing refs on for full-time and making them pay salary, and then during the offseason they do training, they get brought up on the rules better, that will start getting better referee play. Now, I'm about to have a controversial take, and I'm about to say this here, and I'm about to piss everybody off here, including y'all. That wasn't a fumble, bro. It really wasn't. And it's only because of how they worded this rule in the rule book. And it's going to favor the QBs every single time, because the rule book says it has to be an open hand pushing the ball forward. And that ball is coming underhand and it's rolling off his fingertips and he's flicking off the fingertips. To them, that is classified as a throwing motion, and it's going to be a throw every single time. My kids was looking at me when they get like, why aren't you getting excited? It's like, they're going to call that back. They're going to say it's a throw because it rolls off his hand. Like, it wasn't close. Like, does he have a perfect grip on it? No, but it wasn't already out of his hand and he's already coming forward. And it only takes a slight of a forward motion for these motherfuckers to call it a forward pass too. So as soon as the ball comes any slight forward and it's not out of his hands, they're going to call it a pass every time. The rule is favored for the QBs. Now, it ain't favored us in the fucking past. I know the Dobbs situation, the Jacksonville situation, it ain't favored us. So they do the bullshit. But I just know 9 times out of 10 when it comes out and it's like the QB's hands like that, they're going to call it incompletion.
They want your mic turned off.
I just say it. Until they finish how the rule is worded, that's how it's going to be every time.
I was just about to say this too, man. I mean, when the play happened, I mean, they let the play go. And they called it a touchdown on the field. And they actually went to Callahan and told him, like, this play going to stand. We calling the touchdown. And then at the last minute, they ran back to him, and I mean, he was jumping up and down. I mean, people talking about Canada don't show no emotion. He showed all the emotions in the world in when they called from New York and told them that was the incomplete pass.
It sucks, but it's just how it is and how this rule is worded, bro. They like you. I think this whole rule came because of the Tom Brady shit, and even then, that Tom Brady was more of a fumble than this situation was, and they still called that incomplete. So. It's a rule that they have literally designed to favor the quarterback in those situations, and I just don't like how it's worded. But as soon as I saw how that was coming, I was like, man, it was already coming forward at this half of motion. They're gonna call that an incomplete pass. I already knew it. I know you ain't trying to hear it, but bro, I gotta be honest in this situation.
Man.
They on your ass.
They ain't gonna let you live. You know what the funny part is, man? As a fellow Titan tanker, I agree with you. I agree with you. It wasn't no damn fumble. It was a pass.
It's like, bro, it like squeezed out of his hands. Like,
man, it was it was squeezed out of his hands. You know,
also saying he showed them emotion because he see his job status becoming more questionable. I don't think he was doing it well, but I mean, man, Cannon he was just walking around. It was so funny seeing it live. Cannon was just walking around all school. You had him a touchdown. Then when that ref turned around, all you see was Cannon.
Bro, I saw that.
They better not do that shit in incomplete pass. I said, motherfucker, I knew that was the football game. Once they called that an incomplete pass.
Yeah, you just knew we didn't have the firepower, bro, to be in the we needed some bullshit, bro. They got to win the game, bro. You knew it. You knew we needed that play. If we didn't get that play, we were gonna lose.
Hey, look, and to that comment too, Wes is entitled to his own opinion, just like all of y'all. And I could be wrong, y'all could be wrong. This is our opinion, but I did. By that rule and that definition, it's so hard to get those situations unless they're actually punching that thing out open-handed beforehand. You just want that ball stripped out before that hand even comes forward in any slight way, because as soon as that hand comes forward, they're going to try to give it in the QB's favor that they like.
Yeah.
Dio visit that. I knew that came on. So I was like, I'm gonna have this take and I'm gonna tell them they ain't gonna like it. They gonna hate
Hey,
me.
y'all got
But
me
it ain't gonna be the first. It ain't gonna be the last.
Boy,
Yeah,
y'all
man,
want
like I
to
said, man,
real, man.
that was a great pass by
Now you
by Justin Herbert. Man.
Oh,
It was a great pass. That's exactly what it was, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, we in lose mode, man. Hey, it was a
I
great.
can't
That was,
leave that bike, man. It's great content. Tales from the tankers.
yeah, man. Take the tankers.
Oh man. But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend about us and all that good stuff, man. Okay, let's get back serious, man, because we may got a serious problem with the defense. The defense was not good at all Sunday. I'm talking about the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers didn't do anything special to beat the Titans. Hell, no team has to do anything special to beat the Titans. That's why I was really pissed off about that so-called incomplete pass or whatever. Because, like, dude, y'all ain't got to get down on us. We are going to fuck up. We are going to lose the game in the second half because we can't score points in the second half, just like the Houston Texans, who we're going to talk about here soon. But this defense just let the Chargers just, walk up and down the field on them like it wasn't nothing. And RJ, I'm going to get your thoughts on the defense, man. How concerned are you about this defense?
I'm not really concerned, man. I mean, they're going to have games like this, man. It just is what it is, man. We just don't have the offensive firepower to keep up for them to, to make enough plays, man, for to win the game. It was just one of those games, man, that our defense was only going to get a few stops. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, the Chargers, man, they're a really good football team. If you haven't really been watching them this season, man, I think they're a really good football team, and they wasn't scared of our defense. They knew Kenneth Murray couldn't guard nothing. You know what I'm saying? They weren't worried, but at the same time, just is what it is, man. We got bullied. They ran the ball down our throat, man, and Justin Herbert, man, he put Kenneth Murray on skates, bro. He put him on skates, man.
That shit was right there in front of me, and god dang, when Justin Herbert hit that little juke or whatever, I was like, good God, that looked like college football 25 right there.
Yeah.
And I'll say too, because like everybody's been hard on Kenneth on that game, all right. But he has have to played out of position now ever since Ernest is gone because he's not a cover guy. I've said that for ever since we've got him. He's not the guy you want in pass coverage at all. It's see ball, go hit ball. Now that Justin Herbert thing, yeah, that looks bad, bro. You can't have a QB juking you out like that, and you're supposed to be the guy that comes clean up. That's your shit. That's what you're supposed to do right there. When Gray can come back and come around and actually play, that's the guy you're going to see in coverage. That's the guy you're going to see take care of all those things. You don't want Kenneth Murray covering out anything outside of a flat or a drag route. If it's over 5 yards, let it go, Kenneth. Let it go. It ain't you no more, bro. You let that shit go. But because of our situations, we don't have L'Jarius Sneed. We don't have Cheetah Bay out there. You're having to drop some guys back in coverage to make up and help some of these guys in the depth. So Kenneth Murray is playing out of position right now. That's not really good. You don't want him in coverage, but I don't want him gone. I know a lot of people say, cut him, get out of here. No, you have him next year and we run this little 3-4 like we do. And we got 2 middle linebackers back there and you got Kenneth Murray. And then you got Gray back there and Gray can do his coverage. And then Kenneth can go see ball, hit ball. It's going to be a beautiful linebacker setup. I promise.
Man, let's talk about T Sweat for a second because my guy Paul got a question. Where has T Sweat been? Man, look, T Sweat and T Sweat, I don't really have a problem with him or whatnot, but he's a second-round draft pick, and people are going to be wanting more out of a high draft pick. And T Sweat, he hasn't been getting those sacks that, everybody loves. Now, against the run, he's cool. I mean, he's doing his job for the most part, but he just isn't getting the sacks. Firestone, how you feeling about T Sweat though so far?
I just think this whole D line ain't figured some things out. I know Key has started to play better here and there, or these past couple games, but I don't think this whole D line has figured out how to work with each other just yet to actually set each other up the way they want to be. Because I think a lot of times they're trying to set some things up, but then they set themselves up to where I want to get a single opportunity, but now it's a 3-on-2 and O-line situation, and Sweat and Simmons are done tangled up in situations. So I just don't know. And like I said, too, like our corners aren't out there. Our 1 and 2 corners aren't out there either. So that makes a pass rush a little bit harder and a blitz to get to. So where in the earlier of the season, T Sweat was kind of stepping out and standing out, you could see we had more healthier. We also had Diggs out there at safety as well. We also had, Ernest Jones out there at linebacker as well to help situations. So we've lost and got rid of some players. And I just don't think that he's been able to set up in this D line has actually figured out how to work with each other to set each other up just yet. And I don't know if we're going to figure that out this year either.
Running made a good point too. Sweat is the nose tackle, so he's not going to get a ton of sacks. I mean, everybody loves the sacks. Hell, I love the sacks too. No, DI or whatever. We can't say what we want to say, but you get what I'm trying to say. But
you want to see Sweat clean up tackles in situations. And I know, you don't want to see him running, chasing down QBs. But when the QB's coming up the middle, I kind of want you to get a hand on him. I kind of want you to make that impossible. That's kind of why we got such a big guy in there, that you're supposed to fill holes up and make it harder for guys like Justin Herbert to run up in between the guard and the center and get some yardage.
And that's what Fulcrum said, man. He's a 390-pound run stopper. He ain't chasing down any quarterbacks. That was one of my things about drafting T Sweat. I was like, these quarterbacks, they ain't like the quarterbacks of old. I mean, a lot of them are faster quarterbacks that can move around or whatever. And T Sweat, he's not going to be able to just hawk those guys down once they get on the move. But at the same time, they drafted T Sweat for a reason. The defense that they're playing, they want those outside linebackers to go get those sacks. They are trying to make it easier for the linebackers to eat. And the defensive tackles, Big Jeff, no, he's defensive end, but he's on defensive line too. They want those defensive linemen to eat up blocks. T Sweat is doing that, but I would agree. I want to see T Sweat get some more sacks. I want to see him and Big Jeff impact the game more than they've been impacting it.
I know that they're trying to get them to eat up blocks, but I want them to be more creative and do better at it. Like Jeffrey Simmons and T Sweat should be able to sit there and swipe holes for these D ends and linebackers to run through. Like they should be like snow plows moving people out the way. So I don't understand why. They should probably maybe get some more sacks. I don't think that they should be helping create more sacks. We should be getting more QB pressures and sacks because of their work, not necessarily maybe them getting their sacks, but we have to set up stunts that are better, that are actually getting Jeffrey Simmons and T Sweat to move guys and clear them out the way so the blitzers can get there. And yeah, you do. You don't want Sweat chasing down the QBs. You want Harold Landry, you want Arden Key, you want Kenneth Murray chasing them down, and you want T Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons clearing holes and lanes for them to run through. So I just don't think the stunts and the schemes have been that well thought out or well ran right now. And like I said, I just think you'll probably get better with each other's chemistry, what each other wants to do and what each other is thinking as well. But at some point, Simmons and T Sweat should be moving mountains on that defensive line.
Yeah, I agree with y'all on that. I do want to see if you really like Omar. I like Omar a lot too as well. But I do want to see what it would look like as it progresses probably next year. I think we can see, but I think right now T Sweat is going through right now. I think he's starting to hit that rookie wall, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a rookie. He don't really know what his body ain't physically conditioned for this season right now. I think next year is going to be the year he's going to start. You start seeing the growth of him. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see if that helps open up Big Jeff, huh?
So don't let Tyler Rowlands hear you say that. Say his conditioning ain't right. Don't help him. What?
Oh God!
He didn't say it as a apology, man. Tyler in the clear right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're gonna keep this thing rocking and rolling, man, because like I said, we got to talk about the Texans. I mean, y'all saw what happened to the Texans this past Sunday. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I enjoyed that whole game. I mean, just watching them just, put it on the Detroit Lions and then get to the second half of that football game and look just like one of them Tennessee Titan teams that Mike Vrabel coached right before he got fired. I mean, the Lions didn't do anything special that second half of that football game. I mean, they threw screens. I mean, they ran the foot. They continued to run the football. And the Texans couldn't do anything about it, even with 5 interceptions. And our next topic was really going to be, and it's going to be that, but the state of the AFC South. But we going to start it off with the Texans. And Firestone, I'm going to get your thoughts on the Texans and where they are headed.
Bro, how in the hell do you have the Lions on the ropes like that? And 5 interceptions, up by 15 plus points. A team ain't done that since 1970. A team ain't done this since we was the Houston Oilers back in the day. 10 years into the NFL merger, the last time this shit happened. And y'all let this y'all ain't supposed to let this shit happen. So y'all supposed to be the dominant ones of the AFC South Super Bowl contenders. Y'all supposed to be the guys coming through here. You can't have a team like Detroit Lions on the rope and can't close it out and expect to make a playoff run and expect your franchise to finally win a playoff game that's not a wild card and finally win a playoff game that's not a home game. What are you going to do? I can't, you can't let teams walk away like this if you expect to be a playoff team and a Super Bowl team. And if it's the Titans, I'd be saying the same damn thing.
You want to know what it is, Firestone? It's because they got. It's because they got. It's because they got CJ Hasselbeck, man. CJ Bridgewater. They got him as a quarterback, man. Y'all seen it, bro. He threw some bad interceptions that game, bro. Man, he looked good, bro, but he has them plays, bro. They're just like, nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Man, that interception, man, where he had a wide open touchdown and threw the motherfucker all late. I'm talking about just sitting up there like, oh, shoot, there you go. And then, boom, out of nowhere, guys just
D'Amico Ryans, man, he ain't looking like this all-world coach, man, that they hyped him up to be, man.
He wasn't making them little lizard faces that he likes to make.
CJ Bradford, oh, my goodness. CJ.
That's
CJ Levis. CJ, yeah, that man.
He reached Levis real man.
CJ Bradford, holy shit.
And then I got to argue with Texas fans today, and they was like, well, he's missing his star receiver, Nico Collins. Wait a minute. Hold on. Don't try to backtrack now. Didn't y'all tell us that CJ made Nico Collins? He made him, did he not?
Top 5 quarterback. Even CJ said it himself. He's a top 5 quarterback. Last time I checked, top 5 quarterbacks get the job done regardless. You want to know what Josh Allen been doing all this year? He's been getting the job done with nobody's at wide receiver. He just now got Amari Cooper because they figured out Josh Allen can actually take us somewhere. So let's go ahead get him some more help. CJ Stroud, on the other hand, you take Nico Collins away, you got CJ Prescott, you got CJ Bradford, you got CJ Hasselbeck, CJ whatever you want to call him, except for CJ top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, CJ Culpepper out there, man. CJ Manuel, bro.
Right, because you can't say you're a top 5 QB and then make an excuse like, well, I'm missing my wide receiver. No, like Morocco said,
they lose
top
to
5
the
QB.
Cowboys, bro.
No.
Oh, man. CJ Lockup.
They wild.
CJ Manuel. Oh, shit.
CJ Peterman.
CJ Peterman.
We got a super chat too, man.
They told me he was Jesus Christ, bro. This dude turning water into wine, bro. CJ
turning winning records into losing, turning wins into losses. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
CJ lineup.
We got the super chat, man. Shout out to Sportacular. Woo, Sportacular. I gotta say that again.
Take a drink
so
to that. Good
the
job.
YouTube people won't get at us. Simmons should have gotten that holding call. That's probably the part that I didn't see or whatever. I mean,
yeah, he should have definitely got that holding call.
Yeah, it was that on the fumble. That was on the fumble, right?
I think there was that one too, or there might have been another one too. Because I know, bro.
It was on the it was on the fumble. It was on the fumble.
On the fumble.
All right.
Yeah.
Even his sister came out on Twitter and said, "Look, I love watching my brother play, but when he getting held and they don't call it, I be upset." And I was like,
this ain't the first time this year neither. Like Jeffrey's had a lot of missed holding calls on him this year, like a lot. They go crazy in the chat, bro. You can't.
I hope the NFL trying to help us out with this tank mission, man. Trying to get us to do is why they keep on screwing. Forget all that. The NFL been screwing us ever since we got to Nashville, man. I'm not cool.
DJ Testaverde, man.
Yeah,
DJ comments are amazing.
DJ Rudolph, man. CJ Mettenberg.
Oh my
yeah, they going off, man. But honest to God, truth, man. Texans fans, they've been calling for Bobby Sloyd to be fired. And like I told them today, Bobby Sloyd, I mean, firing him isn't going to fix a damn thing right now. The problems the Texans are having, they're going to have to get fixed in the offseason. I mean, honest to God, truth, I would not fire Bobby Sloyd. I will fix that offensive line because Bobby Sloyd is running into problems to where the offensive line just straight up sells. I mean, either they letting CJ get sacked, CJ letting himself get sacked, or the offensive line is catching some type of penalty. Does that sound familiar, Titans fans? Bobby Sloyd, he's having to make calls with, the offense sitting in 3rd and 26 and all this foolishness. He's having to do that consistently. So, I mean, I feel Texas fan wanting to fire him or whatever because, I mean, Titan fan, hell, they ready to fire Callahan, but I wouldn't fire Bobby Sloyd. How you feel about Bobby Sloyd, though, Firestone?
No, if I was them, I wouldn't. I mean, but I don't think they got a choice. I think after this year, he's going to find him a head coaching job anyway. So, I mean, yeah, go ahead. Fire the guy that's already got a job waiting on him. Yeah, that's smart. I don't think he's going to be losing any sleep over that. But also, like, looking over these CJ numbers, bro, he was having a good start. The Vikings, he had a bad game. He was, 215, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, a 68 passer rating, a 64 completion rating. Bills, he was 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 333 yards. But then you go through here and it's Packers, Colts, Jets, Lions these past 4 weeks. And it's a 58 rating, 99 rating, 59 rating, 64 rating. And in the Jets game, bro, he didn't even throw a touchdown. In the Colts game, he threw 1 touchdown. In the Packers game, I don't know if he played the full game.
Was that the game he threw for 86 yards or some shit?
86 yards, no touchdowns, interceptions. Then the Lions, 232, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Like, this dude has thrown as many touchdowns as interceptions in the past 4 weeks, and it's 2 each.
Yeah, man, CJ ain't looking like that top 5 quarterback, that MVP candidate, like everybody said it was before the season started, man. Hey, and shout out to Ruben too, man. Y'all make sure y'all go turn Ruben up on his Texans podcast too, because he kept it real. I watched it today. Ruben kept it straight up. I mean, he wants Bobby Sloyd up out of there, which I don't agree with, but he's the Texan fan, so I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but he even acknowledges that CJ is leaning towards hitting that sophomore slump. He doesn't think CJ is all the way there yet, but I mean, if you look at CJ Stroud play, he's not the same CJ Stroud from last year. CJ Stroud is sitting up over there mixing throws. He's not as accurate. He's holding on to the ball too long. I mean, really, this offensive line has been so bad, it's starting to affect CJ.
Bro, he's only had 3 games with over 100 rating. Only 3 this year.
That's crazy. I just don't think even last year when he was coming out the draft, and I wanted him. But I never said that he was gonna be some elite quarterback, bro. Like they was trying to they Rusty Stroud.
Yeah, bro. That one dug deep.
Oh man, look, don't get me wrong. I wanted CJ. I think,
know that one. Shit.
but you gotta think about the comps we was giving CJ when he was coming out of the draft, bro. Like we was trying to say that he basically he's NFL ready and he looked like he does Ryan Tannehill stuff. But we was saying Ryan Tannehill coming out the draft, bro. Like it's not like we was saying this dude is the next great thing, bro. And we wanted CJ because we knew CJ is talented. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other, but. I mean, he had a good first year. You know what I'm saying? He went to a situation that I thought fit would have worked with any of them top quarterbacks that would have went there. I thought would have been good. You know what I'm saying? Because you get Nico Collins, you had a top 3 O-line at that time, and you had Tank Dell. You know what I'm saying? You got D'Amico Ryans was bringing something new, and you got Bobby Slowick. So at the same time, he had a lot of help, and I was trying to explain that to Texan fans that it wasn't just him that's making y'all good. Like I was like, when I watch y'all play, it's a lot of people that's getting open. The O-line is giving this man all day to throw, man, and you see when he doesn't have that what he is as a quarterback. You know,
yeah, so. Bro, and a lot of these teams that you look at that he's not playing any good against are playoff teams. Lions, not a good game. You didn't do good against the Colts. They might take the AFC South this year. They might be the ones that actually give the Texans a competitive run. Packers, you didn't play good against. Bills, you decent. Vikings, you didn't play well against. Like you got these playoff teams, and the playoffs has been your biggest issue as a fan base. Cool, whatever you can do in the regular season, that's fine. But if you can't do shit in the postseason, all that regular shit is nothing but participation awards. So if you're sitting here playing playoff teams in the season and you can't beat them, and they clearly got your number, how do you think you're actually going to get to the championship, which is the overall goal at the end of the year? We're not all playing just to win the AFC South title. We're all playing here to go to the damn Super Bowl and win some playoff games.
The CJ
Whitehurst, holy shit, bro! I love it. Chat, bravo, chat. I love
I'll go it is. CJ Cutler, CJ Castle, CJ Bortles.
Oh God, we got to get it together. We got 3 old teams to talk about, man. Oh, we got some more teams to talk about, but man, the Colts, man.
Oh, CJ Couch. Holy shit. We need some
CJ Flacco.
And what was that quarterback that used to play for the Steelers back in the day?
Yeah. Right.
Who was that quarterback to play for the Steelers back in the day, man? Now before Roethlisberger.
Stewart?
That's CJ Stewart, man. Rex Trout.
I'm about to say CJ Maddox. But yeah, man, let's talk about the Colts and their quarterback situation, man, because I mean the Colts, they just all over the place, man. I mean, they done bitched Anthony Richardson. I mean, let's start from the beginning with the Colts. They pretty much threw Anthony Richardson out there to the wolves, and when they figured out that he really needs more time to play, they throw Flacco out there. Then once they figured out, oh, Flacco ain't got shit no more. Hell, he was just getting lucky against bad teams. They looking like they about ready to throw Richardson up out there. And I think the Colts are at a point where they just straight up ruined this guy, man. What do you think about it, RJ?
Yeah, the Colts, man. I'm so glad. I hope they keep winning, bro, because they not gonna be in any position to get them another quarterback, bro. I don't need them. I need them to stay with Anthony Richardson. You feel me? They ain't gonna drive nobody that's gonna help them, man. I hope they forever go through quarterback purgatory, man.
Bro, I see why they are going through the purgatory like they are, though, bro. I never seen a fan base make a U-turn so quick in my life. Holy shit. Even Pat McAfee was on here like, no, we can't have this. QB tapping out. Fuck no, can't have this. Get him out of here. Fuck out of here. We don't need this shit. Never let him play again. Joe Flacco come out and play like ass. Well, maybe we was wrong. Maybe we need to bring Anthony Richardson back. It's like, damn, y'all was picking this motherfucker out last week. Now y'all like, all right, baby, come back. I'm sorry. I was overreacting. That was just, it's like, bro, how the fuck? Yeah, stay this way. Y'all are absolutely ruining this man. They didn't get playing time in college. You knew this guy was going to be a project. Let him fucking play. Let him play. Stop trying to play these old ass QBs that are meant to be journeyman QBs for you, and let the young man go out there and learn. That you knew going into Anthony Richardson that this was going to be some time. The same way with us. You knew that Will Levis was going to take some time. But Will Levis has been doing fuck shit. And at least Richardson is not staying healthy. That's your biggest concern with him. And he ain't got game time. So, of course, he's out of conditioning here and there. But, bro, I ain't never seen a fan base make a U-turn so quick to kick their QB out. And they're like, wait, come back. I'm sorry. It's like, damn, I finally got all the bags packed. Shit.
Man, they heard me in the comments.
Yeah, they going in, man. They calling Quincy Richardson, bro. CJ Garcia.
and what makes it so bad about the Colts, they don't have a bad football team. They just have a very mediocre football team, and that has been the problem with the Colts ever since Andrew Luck retired. And if you really want to be real, it was a problem when Andrew Luck retired because, I mean, they couldn't protect the guy. And now they're going through this whole thing of they think they can compete. They're just right there if they just have a quarterback. And they mismanaging the quarterback situation completely. I mean, just based off of where these teams are right now, I mean, hell, the Broncos are in the playoff picture. That right there should tell you something. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the Colts look up and end up in the playoffs or whatever, but they're going to be going through this purgatory another 5 years unless they just decide to just bottom the hell on out and start embracing the tank like we're doing here in Tennessee.
I think for them, you have to ride out the Anthony Richardson rookie contract. Like you have to. You drafted him way too high to be out on him, and he ain't even played a full season yet. Like because another team's going to come and grab him, and then let's say they give him a chance, and this dude turns out to be whatever he's supposed to be, and everybody thought he would be. I don't think he will, but you can't take that chance. Y'all drafted this guy 5th overall or something like that. Like y'all drafted him high. You can't clock out on him after 2 years. And while we're also thinking about that, what player has gotten better in the past 2 years that you can blame that Anthony Richardson regression is on Anthony Richardson? I mean, Taylor used to be one of the leading running backs in the NFL. Where the fuck is he at now for the Colts? So is it really the players or is it the coaching?
Yeah, I think they starting to turn on Shane Steichen as well, man. I think yeah, man, look, they're a mid football team. Let's just keep it 100.
They want him gone.
They never going to be
gone. They want Ballard gone. They want Irsay locked up. They want a clean house completely.
And they mad too, man. They if you think about it, man, they really should be competing for the division right now, man, with the Texans right now.
Really should. They didn't let the Texans sweep them. And the Texans are so bad right now. The Colts are right there on their coattails. So if the Texans mess around and slip up, the Colts might mess around and win the division for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah. If they lose the division to a team that they swept, hey, bro, they gonna go through it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going in, bro. They talked all this shit the whole offseason, bro, about how they this, that, and the other. The Texans are the new team in the AFC. And yeah, man, y'all need to watch the Texans, man. We gonna win the You know what? It's a curse, man. Every time somebody says they gonna win the division for the next 10 years, they always fall off. When Trevor Lawrence, oh man, we're gonna win the division next 10 years, fall off. You know what I'm saying? Here come the Texans saying it now. Like, y'all need to just leave that 10 years alone, bro. Just let football happen, man. Your division rivals can beat you, man. Like,
I think we were the most level-headed fan base within the last, I guess I give it the last 7 years or whatever, because, I mean, even back in 2017 when the Jags made it to an AFC championship game or whatever, you heard Jag fans talking about, oh, we finna go to the Super Bowl, and Jalen Ramsey, you know, down there at the Jag Stadium talking about, we gonna go to the Super Bowl and we gonna win that bitch. And then they got to 2018 and got their ass whooped by Mariota with one arm.
I remember that year, man. Jacksonville thought they were going. Remember that at the beginning of the season, they said they were going to go undefeated, bro. And they went there. They lost one game, and their whole season went to shit, bro.
Yeah, they were dancing because they beat the Patriots, thinking they done got some get back there. Bring on Tennessee. We're going to kick Tennessee's ass. And then got thinking Mariota couldn't even throw the football, but he found a way to win that football game.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. And too, like we were talking about the division and the Colts and the Texans. The first game, the Texans only won by 2. The third game, they only won by 3. So let y'all have to come into the playoffs and play against each other too. You might not walk away so lucky. Like, and I don't understand how you're barely beating the Colts like that. Like, that's how I knew like there were some flags for the Texans is when you're playing the Colts and they're handling you like this. No. You're supposed to definitely be blowing them the fuck out. Definitely. You're supposed to definitely be blowing the fucking Jags out. The only defense that really should have been giving you a hard time this year in the division should have been the Titans defense, not the Colts. So I don't understand those situations for it. So those brought red flags to me immediately for the Texans. Like, nah, you're not going to be able to make a playoff run and you can't handle the Colts.
Yeah, man. I think the Colts, when it's all said and done, they're going to end up with, 8-9 record. And depending on how the Texans do, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Colts messed around and be the AFC South champions. Let's talk about the Jaguars for a second because they're not going to be pulling off any, second half of the season comebacks. I mean, they're right there where I thought they would be. I told Jag fan, like, dude, y'all finna get ready to be picking at the top of the draft. What I didn't tell them is the Titans are probably going to be picking ahead of you. Jacksonville, they went paid Trevor Lawrence all of this money for him to come out there and look like Trevor Siemian. I mean, it's been ridiculous down there in Jacksonville, man. Firestone, what's your thoughts on the Jags? And man, how can they rebound? What do the Jags need to do to fix their problems?
Bro, a better question is what they don't need to do. That's the list that's shorter is what they don't need to do. Wake up in the morning and that's what you just wake up in the morning. Everything needs to fucking change over there. Like everything you're doing as an ownership, as you're coaching, as the player eval, how you're paying people. What has Trevor Lawrence ever done that showed to you that he deserves to be the top paid player in the NFL ever? Like I don't give a damn if it's the QB and this year. Well, it's our future guy, so we just got to pay him top. No, the fuck you don't. Y'all stop overhyping this QB market and making everybody else pay this extra fucking money. Because if you pay Trevor Siemian with his playoff record and his Super Bowl record, which is non-existent, the top player money in the NFL, what do you think these QBs are going to start demanding that win Super Bowls? Like, you're not going to be able to pay them and build a team around them. Like, y'all got to stop overflating these QB markets and tell them, like, hey, this is where you're playing at. This is how you're performing. This is where you get paid at. Yeah, those other guys are getting paid 50-something million. Guess what? They make playoff runs. Guess what? They're Super Bowl contenders every year. You're fucking not. You're still trying to figure this shit out. So you're overpaying people. You're not getting stuff done. You couldn't even get Calvin Ridley to come back there and let him go to the Titans. So you're clearly not doing something that doesn't retain players. Arden Key came here. Tons of other players have left. Y'all shipped Jalen Ramsey off away in the past. Gibson back in the past. Other players. So many players y'all have let go of too. And you can't hire coaches right neither. It seems like y'all just go get the last coach y'all can have a friendship with that has a Super Bowl ring and think that's going to do something. Y'all remember when they brought Tom Coughlin around and didn't do shit? So it's like they need to change everything, whatever they're doing over there, and start hiring better from the top down.
Yeah, man. It's just like Andre said, the whole next man up gets the big contract has been baffling. I mean, here goes the thing with the Jaguars. I mean, they did the same shit with Blake Bortles. I mean, Blake Bortles had, that year when he had all them garbage time stats or whatever. I mean, he was just lighting it up in garbage time. And then they went on their little run, made the AFC Championship game. They felt the need that they needed to pay this man. They felt like they needed to keep him inside the building for whatever reason. I mean, if you look at that whole 2017 season, I mean, outside of a couple of games, I mean, there was no game that showed you where Blake Bortles deserved to be paid right off the bat. I mean, this is what the Jags always do. they reset the market, and then they stink for another 7 years. RJ, what you think?
Yeah, I'm with y'all in that, man. You remember when they first paid Trevor Lawrence? We was on this motherfucker chilling. You know what I'm saying? We was out there like we knew that that them paying Trevor Lawrence that what they were going to be moving forward, man. And they are talking about, well, we need to just fire Doug Peterson and get another coach. Like, nah, man, another coach is not going. He's not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was so flat. Like, we seen quarterbacks on a bad team look good. You get what I'm saying? We knew Justin Herbert on a bad team. Yeah, that dude Justin Herbert's a problem. He just needs a better coach. We don't see that from Trevor Lawrence, bro. Trevor Lawrence is a mid quarterback, and y'all paid him top flight money like he was Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers or something. Like, no, bro, it's stupid. And I'm so glad that, and this is why Jacksonville keeps doing what they're doing and being sorry every other year, because they keep doing goofy stuff like this. And they messing up other teams and making them sorry because you keep infatuating the market by paying mid players. Like, it needs to stop, because they even paid. Remember, they paid that freaking corner too, bro. You remember that corner? Who was that corner?
AJ Bouye?
No, it wasn't even Bouye. They paid a corner right after they paid Trevor Lawrence. Huh?
They paid. God dang, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. Oh shoot, I forgot who it was. Oh my God, they paid
a corner right after they paid Trevor Lawrence. And have you heard of this corner?
I don't even think dude made a Pro Bowl or anything.
No, I'm about to look it up, man.
It wasn't Bouye. Bouye got paid what?
Nah, Bouye was on the team during
Ramsey. Yeah, correct.
They paid him too.
And two,
I got you. They paid Tyson Campbell. They paid him 4 years, $76 million. Like, have you heard of Tyson Campbell this season?
No.
No. He hasn't done anything this season. The freaking Jags secondary has been absolute dog shit all year, man. But yet somehow they paid a cornerback. Like, what are they paying this guy for? Like, and it's just driving up. There's some other above average corner is going to be like, yeah, man, he getting paid this much, man, so I should deserve to get paid. Like, no, bro. Like,
all they do is reset the market, fuck it up for other teams, man. I mean, you know, when they went pay Christian Kirk, that's when AJ got on the foolishness, and J-Rob got on some even deeper foolishness, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We talking about the Jaguars.
Bro, I just hate the teams have this narrative that, like, it's so hard to find a QB. So when you find one that's decent, you know, you got to pay them, and you got to pay for them because they're a QB. Like, no, I would have much rather let Trevor Lawrence go and let somebody else pay $50 million for this motherfucker and draft another guy and take a gamble with a rookie contract than take a gamble with a multi-million-dollar contract for a player that still is like the up and the downsize of a guy that's on a rookie contract. Like, you still don't know what you have with him. I don't understand how you play that multi-millions.
I'm starting to see why this division doesn't have very many Super Bowls. And the Colts only really have a Super Bowl just because they got lucky and drafted Peyton Manning and he carried them there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think how hard it took for Peyton Manning to win a Super Bowl with the Indianapolis Colts, and he win in that division every other year. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can see, bro, like, we're just all for mediocre franchises, bro. Like, we do goofy shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we trade our star receiver when we finally get one. We let Henry go to the damn Ravens. Like, you know what I'm saying? We paying Tannehill before we pay other people. Like, then you look at Jags, they paying anybody.
They could have threw Tannehill, honest to God, true. They could have threw Tannehill a 2-year contract, and Tannehill would have took it.
Hey, and
they
bro,
could have do Tannehill any day. He was playing for his life.
Hell, he was just happy to be a starter. Goddamn.
Hey, but remember, y'all told me we overpaid for Tannehill. Remember, we paid $16 million. We was paying $16 million for Tannehill. I'd rather pay $16 million for Tannehill than $52 million for Trevor Lawrence.
The problem is, though, we paid him for too long. You get what I'm saying? It was too long, man. We should have just gone ahead and did the 2 years. It just let him go. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we got 2 years to win the Super Bowl. You feel me? And then we moved on. If he ain't the guy, he ain't the guy. You can always extend him for another year. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is that Vrabel and him was trying to get the guy, and I think J-Rob went and got Malik, and Vrabel didn't like Malik. It's like he just didn't have the timing, decision making. He didn't have those things, and I don't think Vrabel could coach him up. He's just not that guy. So I think Vrabel also knew, I can't coach this guy up if he's going to be that, and he's not where I need him to be. And then I think Rand came in and got Levis, or Amy overstumped and got Levis. So I think Vrabel wanted to move on, but you didn't have the guy to move on with too, and you just took 2 shots on 2 QBs that you're not confident in as a coach. And as a coach, I can't develop these guys. These aren't the guys I want anyway. So I think we was held on to Tannehill and some other players by force just because of the other guys just didn't fit Vrabel's mold, and it was a bad getting of J-Rob and a clear showing that Vrabel was on his way out on Rand's first year.
Well, I'm just looking at around the division though, man. Because I mean, you look at the Texans; they just did some dumb shit by freaking giving the Bills a 2nd-round pick for freaking Diggs. Like that was dumb.
I mean, he done tore his ACL. That man,
they lost that trade.
Same player after this injury right here. Hell, Diggs, what is Diggs 30 or he just about at 30?
30.
Yeah. But you look at it though, Morocco, they're gonna need that 2nd-round pick, bro. That's damn near another 1st-round pick. You get what I'm saying? A 2nd-round pick is pretty much another 1st-round. I mean, you just don't get the 5th-year option because where you're picking at, there's gonna be guys that should have went 1st round that's gonna be in that 2nd round. They could get somebody that can help that offensive line. You can get somebody that can help that secondary that they got that's getting torched every other week. You can get somebody else that can help that damn team. The problem is they traded to say they were so desperate to win the AFC South again. They couldn't they wanted to get Diggs so bad. Like I'm like, that was dumb. Like you already got Nico Collins and Diggs didn't even do anything. What did Diggs do this year?
Nothing. They passed the ball with a couple of touchdowns, and I guarantee you they talking about Joe Mixon and CJ, whatever you want to call them. But they talking about these two having keep it real meetings at practice and shit or whatever. Do you think that shit would have went straight if Diggs was in the equation? I mean, do you honestly think that they would have been able to, weather the storm with Diggs and, his foolishness?
Bro, I just don't see why. I just don't see why you take that risk. And like RJ saying too, it's a 2nd-round pick. That's a 4-year contract for somebody. Yeah. You give up a 2nd-round pick for a 1-year player. That's foolish. Unless you thought absolutely that this player was the difference maker to get you a Super Bowl this year, which he wasn't. You trade that away. But
also remember that when they signed Diggs, he still had 3 years left on his contract.
They voided him.
And they voided it. Yes, what I'm saying, they turned it into a 1-year deal. Like I'm like, this is stupid. Like you traded a 2nd-round pick for a 1-year player. Like that's stupid.
Like my guy said, it just didn't feel right. It was evil.
I knew it was a dumb trade. I said it was stupid when they did it. I was like, yeah, it's cool. You got Diggs. I mean, you might be good on Madden. Real life, bro. Like, come on, bro. You knew that was stupid.
And I agree with Will right here, man. What irks me about some of our fan base is they keep labeling Will Levis a rookie. Dude is not a damn rookie. Man, bravo. And I understand where they're coming from with the whole experience thing that Will Levis didn't have a whole rookie season. He had a whole damn off season, though. I mean, this is not like, Will Levis just got drafted last year and he was just thrust into the action. No, this man was drafted in 2023 and he got 8 or 9 games of NFL experience and he got an off season. I mean, that right there is more than enough time to progress as a quarterback. Now, what he came out doing this year right here, I mean, hey, look, that's none of my business. But Will Levis is not a damn rookie at all, and people need to stop treating him like he's a rookie and hold him for what he is. He's a starting NFL quarterback, and he has to be held to that standard.
And he's a guy that's 25. They keep like he's young, and I know a lot of people are saying young in NFL, but that's not an excuse for you now. You came in late. You're a late bloomer. You got to catch up even quicker. We ain't got time to develop with guys like you. Because guess what? Your first contract's done. You're 28. Your second contract's done. You're 34. That's the end age for this shit. So how can we have a future guy and you're only two contracts?
And that's why I agree with you when you were saying, Firestone, about we should draft Shedeur Sanders over Cam Ward because he's going to come in and be good from day one. And I said, that's the problem with the Titans. We keep drafting these quarterbacks that aren't NFL ready, and then we trying to make them NFL ready. And I'm done doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm done doing that. Like, Mariota wasn't NFL ready. We had to make him NFL ready, which he got to us. He got to a point in his career where I thought he was just okay. You know, I was like, he's going to be an okay quarterback. I thought he was going to be good until he broke his leg. You know, when he came back, it wasn't the same quarterback. We drafted Locker. He couldn't stay healthy. Vince Young isn't NFL ready. He was not NFL ready. He was good when he was out there. He was a fun player to look at, but he was not NFL ready. We haven't drafted an NFL ready quarterback. I don't, and I 100% agree. I don't think Shedeur to me is better than Cam, but I do believe that he is more NFL ready than Cam. And I'm cool with drafting Shedeur over Cam because he's NFL ready. You know what I'm saying? You see what CJ Stroud's doing. You know what I'm saying? He was NFL ready. He was the most NFL ready quarterback out of that draft. But I do think that Bryce Young's ceiling is higher. I think Bryce Young could be a better quarterback than CJ Stroud, you know, but we'll see what it looks like, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. But that right now, the Panthers, they just not even putting a legitimate roster around Bryce Young for him to even thrive. You get what I'm saying? So that's just, we'll see what we look like moving forward.
Yeah, man, Will Levis is like Brandon Wheaton.
Yes,
that's what we remind me of. This old ass, erratic ass quarterback.
Bro, he's 6 months older than Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence already has a $50 million contract, $50 million a year. Like, that's the guy we got. And they're like, just let him develop 5 or 6 more. No, he's a 30-year-old quarterback. And then by the time you develop, we're like, okay, who's the next future guy? That's not a future guy to me. That's a bridge guy when you're only getting 2 contracts out of him. And Shedeur is 22, Cam Ward is 22. So they can come in and you can have some time to develop with those guys. Oh, shit. Chris Winking days. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Good God.
We'll have to make, man.
Man, we done had a show tonight, man.
Bro,
a really good show.
Yes.
Y'all ready to go ahead and wrap things up?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This episode has been brought to you by Music City Autoplex, man. Make sure you go holler at Wilson, man, and let him get you right for the holidays. Die with confidence, best prices within 500 miles. If you can't make it down there to the lot, you can go online to musiccityAutoplex.com and check out their inventory and give them a call at 844-543-0108. Firestone, talk to them, Bet USA.
Yes, and this episode. Yes, and this episode is brought to you by BetUS. BetUS is giving an incredible 125% bonus off your first 3 deposits, so you'll have even more to play with on your favorite games. Plus, they're offering a 10% gambler's insurance, which means they got your back. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to claim your offer and dive into all the action with BetUS. And remember, always bet responsibly. Huge thanks to BetUS for supporting us and all of you for making this possible as well. So go check out BetUS on your next game.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we end this show, man, I figured out for Firestone who reminds me of Will Levis, bro, in college right now.
Oh God.
The Georgia Bulldog quarterback, Carson.
Oh, man.
He is Will Levis.
Oh, my
bro.
God.
He is Will Levis.
The Titans better stay the hell away from that guy. I don't care if it's the 6th round, 7th round, and he's sitting right there. You better not take a chance on that guy right there.
See, bro. You see how he's talking? You see that's what the same conversations we was having about Will Levis, bro. Stay away from that guy. Make sure that he doesn't
don't even go there, man. His eyes too hazel for me, for one.
He ugly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. I mean, his eyes. Man. I don't like his eyes at all. His eyes ain't the eyes.
He can't match Traylon Burke's eyes.
Man, look, man, that man eyes great.
I promise you.
I don't trust nobody with no gray ass eyes.
Bro, he about to let Georgia down on Saturday, bro. I'm telling y'all now, he's about to let him down.
That man, I'll be changing colors and shit.
But look, he has the same story as Will Levis, bro. He literally had the same story. He had a good year, good junior year. This year, he was the number 1 pick. He was the number 1 quarterback coming into this season. All he's done all season is throw interception, turnovers, and everything I've seen, bro. He's the Will Levis of this draft. He is.
Yeah, man, they better stay the hell away from dude, man. I don't trust no quarterback that look like Logic. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this show up for the night, man. It's been real, man. We appreciate one of y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. Hey, man, we're going to be with y'all early, man. We're going to be with y'all Thursday night, man. I mean, Friday night, we know we got the big fight going on, man. Y'all talk about it in the chat, man. We most definitely going to be looking in the chat when we go off air. But y'all tell us in the chat, man, who going to win this fight, Jake Paul or Mike Tyson? I think it's going to be some foolishness. You know, they ain't going to let Mike Tyson really just go in on Jake Paul like that. Both of them get the bag. So, I mean, I think it'll be Jake Paul or no contest at all.
Bro, they're saying Jake Paul is to make 40 million on this, and Mike Tyson is to make 20 million off this fight, bro. They gonna make a bag. But I will say this: I know a lot of people got a lot of skepticisms, like, oh, it's just gonna be a show, it's not gonna be this. One thing I know for sure is that Jake Paul is trying to earn some respect in boxing. Tyson is one of those gatekeepers in boxing that's not just going to go out here and put on a clown show and embarrass boxing neither. So you can expect this to be entertaining. Now, you're going to see Tyson like what you used to see? No, but you can expect this to be entertaining, and you can expect Tyson to give his all, because this is the gatekeeper moment. You're getting past one of the first boss levels to actually earn some respect in boxing. I can't just let you walk through here and make it look like I'm taking a dive like Woodley for a Rolex. I can't do that. We're going to make this shit actually be a thing and make you earn your place in boxing royalty where you want to be and actually get your career started.
Yeah, I it's going to be hard for me to pick a 60-year-old Tyson, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He too old, man. It is hard. But they said they can't knock him out, right? They can't knock each other out, right? Is that what they said?
I don't know what the full. I haven't read the full.
Tyson might mess around and die out there, bro. He shouldn't. He too old to be trying to box, bro. But I mean, I get it though. They're gonna make a lot of money off of this fight. But at the same time, I'm scared for Tyson's health, bro. Because Tyson's not gonna. He too old to be. He gonna be trying to kill this man, bro.
Tyson smoke weed, goddamn it. He gonna take them hits, and goddamn he ain't gonna think nothing about shit. Really, he ain't gonna think nothing about shit because he making $20 million. But you know he gonna be suited when he be in that ring.
Look, but this is what cracks me up.
My defense can't wait to see Carson Beckhead, bro. I'm letting you know this now.
Man, look, man, I'm not trying to talk about Caitlin Clark right now.
No, bro, and I'll say this though. A lot of people keep saying that, like they scared for Tyson and he's this old, this is all bad, this scared for him. I bet you still don't want to run up on Tyson in the alleyway somewhere. I don't care what age you are, and don't nobody want to run up on Tyson. So fuck all that scare shit. If it's you and Tyson in a dark alleyway, fuck, I'm going back the way I came. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, would you let Tyson punch you for $2 million?
Fuck yeah! What the fuck you mean? On Jackass.
Hey, bro, you might get your brain damaged though, man.
Hey, look, as long as I can, bro. I've taken bigger hits. Come on, we both been military. Fuck this shit. Yeah. I'll, bro. Give me some headgear and let.
Oh no, Tyson, that's a big dude, bro.
I don't care. Look, two things that come from that.
You mean, man,
two things
look,
come from that.
Give me about $2 million.
I'm getting $2 million, and then one. If I do get knocked out, I could say I got knocked out by Mike Tyson. How many motherfuckers get to say that? Can say that?
Man, look at this, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that man don't look like Calvin Clark.
Hey, that's fucking
nobody should vote that as their quarterback, man.
Hey, but at least he driving Lamborghinis, bro.
Man, look, man. Look, man.
That's about all he gonna be.
Man, look, man. I don't care
Georgia
about none
quarterback.
Of that. Nah, I don't care about none of that. God dang it. I know we talking about Corey's quarterback right now, but god dang it, no. We don't want no parts of that, man. But hey, y'all enjoy y'all week. We'll be back with y'all Thursday. Tighten the fuck up. Let's